This holiday, instead of giving them something nice, why not gift them somewhere nice? During the IHG Hotels and Resorts Cyber Sale, you can do just that and save. Shopping is easy in the IHG One Rewards app, where you'll save 20% on travel across 6,000 plus global destinations. And if you want to gift yourself somewhere nice, go ahead. You'll earn more and save more during the cyber sale. Check out all the deals at ihg.com/cybersale. Terms apply.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Strikeout Beer, the podcast. This is the Sunday show with your old boy RD. Out here having some fun. I was going to wait till the Cowboy game ended, and then it was over pretty much after the first quarter. So, here we are. It's a little late on the Sunday evening. Cheers to you. Oh, shit. There we go. You always got to fill it up to the brim, right? Or the brim or the rim, whatever it is. And then you have to spill it, slosh it around, hit something with it. Luckily, we always have towels in here, and it's for these reasons. I say we. Alan hasn't spilled a beer in a while. He did overpour one a week or two ago, but nothing like I do. Like, I spill beer all over this room every single time I get a drink in my hand. I'm telling you right now, this Logitech Brio, if it goes out of focus one more time, it's going to end up like that stupid face cam from Elgato. I sold that shit so fast. I got rid of it so damn quick because I was sold on it. Everybody was talking about how great the camera was and the quality and all this kind of shit. Listen, it never looked good. It was always like the color was distorted or saturated or something, right? There was always something with that camera. I was so happy when I finally got rid of it. And then I got out and I bought this Logitech Brio, which has done us well. Listen, our cameras, we take them on the road with us. We go here, we go there, on location for like beer reviews, or we're checking out a new brewery, or we're around for like Brutal Fest or Outfit Broom. We're doing live, even down at the Odd Muse. Even down there, we ride them hard. I'm telling you, we beat the shit out of these damn. I'll tell you what, though, Logitech has hung with us throughout the whole way. The 920, the 920S, I think, and there's something else. What's going on, bro? Melton. How the hell are you? We got part-time nerd in the house. Melton's in the house. I was going to wait, like I said, till the Cowboy game was over, but it was over. Sorry, Cowboy fans. This is a wake-up call, and we're going to talk more about that because we're going to go around the NFL. We're going to talk about every game, even the bye weeks and things like that. This one will probably last about 30 minutes to an hour. I'm off tomorrow. It's a holiday. It's Columbus Day or Indigenous People Day. It's one of the two. Brock Purdy, they're flashing his stats, 7 completions, 10 attempts, 166 yards, and 3 touchdowns. If you tell me again that Brock Purdy's not that good, the conversation's just going to end because you can't argue with people who are just kind of like, they're too stupid for their own good. You can't do that. I mean, right now, if you're a Cowboys fan, you're taking Brock Purdy over Dak Prescott right now. And your whole life, last how many ever years, you've been just sold this dream of Dak Prescott, and he's not good. Hey, Snowman, I was in there listening to you, bro. Love the show. If you're not familiar with Snowman, he joined us this past week. He called this game. He said it's going to be a thumping. It's going to be a freaking beating, and it has been. It really does explode. We're going to talk. We'll talk more about that, but I'm telling you, hey, Alan, guess what? I've already spilt a beer. Anyways, cheers to everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy holiday weekend to you. Mazel good things, as Alan says. But yeah, there's some Cowboy fans that are like, no, he's great. Just like with Romo, right? Even with Romo, I was like, no. He's good when he's down by 50. Just like Dak. Dak puts up stats when he's down by 50. That's it. He's good against bad teams. I looked it up earlier. Who have they beaten this year? I said I'd get back to it, but I guess let's talk about it. They've beaten the Jets. What are they, 2-3? 1-3? They beat the Patriots. They're 1-3. And they beat the Giants. They're 1-3. They got beat by the Cardinals. Cardinals lost to the damn Bengals today. Anyways, let's go around the NFL, have a little chat. Who's on the bye week this week? Anybody know? Week 5, the Browns, the Chargers, the Seahawks, and the Bucks. Next week, you get Packers and Steelers. It's kind of weird how they go 4 teams and then 2 teams and then 5 teams. Wait, that's 6 teams. 6 teams, then back down to 4, and then 4, and then 4, and yada, yada, yada. Another pick. I was like live tweeting this game, and then I realized I was like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I even live tweeting this game anymore? Because and I didn't want to sound like a complete hater either. So as I'm going through the game, I'm actually trying to be optimistic. Well, they got to turn around. They got to go. He's going to throw 14 in this game. Listen, fans. When I know that Dak's going to play a team that's even remotely competent at defense, let's just say this. Go ahead and slide $10 or $20 on the over on interceptions because it's 0.5. And let's just say more time than not, you're going to win some money. How about that? I did it a lot last year. Let's go around the NFL and just have a little chat. Nothing too crazy, nothing too stats filled. You don't have to fall asleep. Let's have a beer, have a good chat. I got the chat over here on the right. Got everything else over here on the left. One more sip for good luck. Cheers to you. Miles and miles of good things. We're going to start off with the Thursday night game. The Bears took the Commanders down to Pound Town, 40-20. Justin Fields tosses 4 touchdowns. 3 of 1 to DJ Moore, 1 to Cole Kmet. Now, Sam Howell responded with 2 touchdowns. 1 to Logan Thomas and the other one to Curtis Samuel. Logan Thomas was peppered with targets all night long. He had a pretty good performance. I think after last week he didn't do very well. So the big surprise here is that, obviously Justin Fields, they changed. You can definitely change you can definitely tell that they changed the play calling, right? He looked very fluid, very good. It was against Commanders. Commanders are 2-3 at this point. So, they were 500 when they entered the game, right? Not a terrible team. They are in the NFC East. It's just one of those things where you're just like, yeah, it's Washington. I picked Washington to win. I did. I was like, until the Bears show me that they'll win, I'm not going any further. Liz is in the house. How are you? Cheers, Milton. And then, so anyways, yeah, Bears win. They finally win a game. I think it's the first one in, 12 games? Something like that. It's last year's they won the last one. Who knows? And then, depending on who they're going to play next week, which we're not looking at that right now. We'll look at that later. If they keep that going, Jesus, if you ran into Justin Fields and DJ Moore this week, I'm sorry. And if somehow they had Jamar Chase too, there's always next week. Yeah, like 14 games, right? Yeah, something bonkers. Moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills played in London, jolly old London. This one, I tried to pull up the feed, didn't know where it was. I assume it's on NFL Plus only, which is really ape-ass, to be honest. Their first win since Elon Musk bought Twitter. Oh, that's a little fun fact for you from the part-time nerd himself. Jacksonville pretty much dominated the entire game, to be honest. Yeah, they scored 11 in the first quarter. Bills bounced back 7 in the second, and then Jacksonville 14 points in the fourth. 13 points by the Bills in the fourth. 25-20 is your final. I am sick. I'll tell you this right now. It was on NFL Network. Oh, damn it. I should have pulled it up. I'll tell you this right now. When the Buffalo Bills won last week, hard-fought game, they won. They were ready to put the AFC crown on their heads. Here you go. You are the team to beat in the AFC. I was like, I don't know, man. It's like, this team, I've been picking them to win the Super Bowl for like the last 3 years, and they're just like, they'll lose like a stupid game here and there. But then they somehow beat our good team. Hey, they beat I think it was Miami last week, if I'm not mistaken. Darnold is in the game now. Darnold. They got Darnold in the game to finish off the Cowboys with almost a full quarter to go. It's 12 minutes and 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This is what happens when you run into a really good defense. Will he outscore Dak fantasy-wise or just regular-wise? They're already past the 50. They're past the halfway the midfield. And the other starters, they're not in there either. So it's the backups, and here they come. They're just plowing right through them. Now you're getting a bunch of cheap shots for, pissed off Cowboys, defensive linemen and shit like that. But anyways, let's move on. Jacksonville takes care of the Buffalo Bills 25-20. It's an upset. Yeah, guess what? The Bills, they suck. And if they ruin a parlay for you or this and that, they double suck. I think Parsons is going to have a broken rib. And then, Van Der Esch is hurt. Van Der Esch is hurt again. Shocker. I mean, who even shock at this point? Who was that other Cowboy linebacker that was always hurt? Sean something? He had like 2 first names, Sean Allen or something like that. Anyways, Travis Etienne had 2 touchdowns. And then I don't know who else. I really don't care. Moving on. And this was a big snooze fest too. I totally forgot to go back in and change my pick. Because let me tell you something. The New Orleans Saints go to New England to take on the Patriots. And the Saints drum the shit out of the Patriots, right? I thought Jameis Winston was still playing. That's the reason why I was like, the fucking Patriots have beat them. Dude, every time I hear someone tell me Winston should be a starter in the league, I almost have a fucking stroke. Because I'm like, he's not good. He is effing terrible. But now Derek Carr's back over there. Hey, guess what? I mean, the Saints just poured it on him. Just never stopped that beating. Now, Carr threw 2 touchdown passes. Kamara ran 1 in. And I think Chris Olave and Moreau, they both they caught the touchdown passes from Carr. And I'm pretty sure there was a pick 6 in there somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, or a run back. I don't know. Don't really care, to be honest with you. Just an absolute drumming. Nothing really else to say. As Sean Lee, there you go. I knew he had 2 freaking first names. But yeah, the Saints are middle of the pack, not bad with Derek Carr. With Jameis Winston, they're not fucking winning anything. And the Patriots, they got problems. They have just horrendous issues right now, and they're slipping back to the 80s. Like, you're not going to see this fucking team be in the playoffs anytime soon. Like, their division is, the toughest. They used to be top dog in that division, and now they're, dead effing last, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, the Bills, Miami, the Jets are better than they are at this point. Moving on. Tennessee Titans go to Indianapolis, take on the Colts. The Minshew Mania.
You probably know the feeling. Sweaty, fast breathing, quick heart rate. That's a cortisol spike. It feels awful, and its imbalance is the cause of your anxiety. Rebalance Health's 3-part anxiety system helps address it at the root. Rebalance Health lozenges are natural and designed for optimal absorption, providing 24-hour relief. Live life fully without feeling like you're fighting for it. Get 50% off your first month with code CALM23 at rebalancehealth.com.
Yeah, just comes back and just gets that dub, 23-16. It was kind of boring at first. Titans put up a field goal in the first quarter, the second quarter, while the Colts put up a touchdown in the first, a field goal in the second. Then third quarter happened. Titans put up 10. Colts respond with 7. And then the Colts finish off with a couple field goals. I think they seriously got to get rid of Tannehill. I think that's it. And when you see Derrick Henry back there, it's like, oh, yeah, he had 13 carries for 43 yards. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Cooper Rush warming up on the sideline. Yeah, but why not? I mean, you're not going to let Dak finish the game. You know what I mean? Purdy's not even in the game. You can't leave your starter out there. He's not coming back. Hell, Trey Lance is warming up on the sideline. But yeah, Hopkins finally had a big game. And when I say big, he didn't score a touchdown, but 8 receptions for 140 yards. I mean, that's pretty damn good. That's some stout shit right there. So good for D-Hop. Glad to see he's back, but, as long as Tannehill's at the helm, I don't see much going on. Now, Minshew didn't throw a touchdown. Let me tell you something. Let's bring it on down real quick. I benched Zach Moss because Jonathan Taylor's back. I was like, oh, okay, he's going to cut in on him a little bit, maybe fall in the end zone a couple times. Zach Moss had 2 touchdowns, 165 yards on 23 carries, people. 23 effing carries. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, anyways, Colts improved to 3-2. What the hell's going on? Something happened. I looked away for a second. Niners were punting 5 seconds ago, and now they have the ball. Did someone muff a punt? We're waiting for replay to confirm. And we're probably not going to get that. Tolbert's half-assed. You know what? If I make a mistake and I muff a punt or I do this or that, I'm going to limp off the field too. Oh, who the hell knows? Cowboys just terrible. Then we move on to the Baltimore Ravens losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers again. I think they've lost 4 out of 5. 4 out of the last 5, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. Lamar Jackson looks terrible. just goddamn awful. I just benched, or actually didn't even bench. I cut Justice Hill because he had 2 touchdowns in the first game, jack shit in the last 3. And then here we go. He spins off a touchdown, even though I was like, oh, he scored a touchdown. I was like, oh, okay, fine. It doesn't matter. But, Justin Tucker kicked a field goal and an extra point. Steelers, I'll tell you who had a game. George Pickens. 6 receptions, 130 yards, and a touchdown. He was damn MVP for them. Kenny Pickett threw 1 touchdown, threw 18 for 32, 224 yards, not impressing anybody. He's not the future of your club. That's the way it is. And then you won't be shocked, Jaylen Warren didn't out-carry or out-touch Najee Harris, but outperformed. 9 carries, 40 yards. It's just... And then he added on 3 receptions for 39 yards. Yeah. I mean, you can't even start Najee Harris at this point. Like, you just can't do it. Unless you're in some crazy, crazy league. El Capitano in the house. How we doing? We're having a couple drinks, talking some S about football. Cheers, bros. Mm-hmm. And then you have the 0-4 Panthers rolling in Detroit. They lose 24-42. If I'm not mistaken, most of Carolina's points, well, you know what? They scored 10 in the second and then 14 in the fourth. So it wasn't all garbage time. But Detroit pretty much handled this team. Let's be honest. Is he colorblind? I have no idea, to be honest. I mean, I don't think it mattered if he'd be colorblind or not. He just can't throw the fucking football. He just lobs it up there. How many times does he just throw the ball up there and pray to God his teammate brings it down? Now, Bryce Young, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Adam Thielen had a pretty good day, 11 receptions, 107 yards, a touchdown. DJ Chark, 3 receptions, 42 yards, a touchdown. Trimble got in the end zone. He caught a 1-yard touchdown pass. Congratulations. Yep. It was all Lions pretty much. I mean, if you're watching this, you're like, okay, But, at least they got close. But the Carolina Panthers are terrible. I feel like they are getting a little bit better every single week, but they're not going anywhere. They're not doing anything. Goff threw 3 touchdown passes. Montgomery ran 1 in. Reynolds ran 1 in. Goff ran 1 in. Sam Laporta caught 2. Reynolds caught 1. And anything else happened? We had some interceptions. I think there was 2. Aiden Hutchinson had 1. It was like just stuck his hand out and got it. Oh, geez, is that a safety? We might have a safety. It's they were marking them down. Ravens game wasn't interesting. I mean, only from the stance that, no, it wasn't interesting. No. Ravens are just showing that they're not good. And I think, we knew something was wrong with the Bengals, or you knew something wrong with Joe Burrow, right? He just didn't look right. Didn't look crisp. I think there's something wrong with Lamar. I think there is something wrong with Lamar. I don't know if he got paid too much and now all that money's weighing his ass down, but he doesn't look good. Yeah, he doesn't look good. They're just not good. Man, they should be so much better. They really should be so much better, to be honest. So Detroit moves on. I mean, they beat Carolina. I mean, they're not beating anybody right now. I don't even know who the hell they play next, to be honest. But yeah, you gotta play who's in front of you. They get another dub. Congratulations. Moving on. Now this was a fun game to watch, just because it was like field goals and some kooky shit going on, and the Falcons beat the Texans. Yeah, Falcons are at home, 21-19. It started off Falcons. I mean, was it all Falcons? No, I think Houston took the lead in the second. So Houston scores 3 in the first, 6 in the second, 3 in the third, 7 in the fourth. Falcons put up 7 in the first, 14 in the fourth. So a whole lot of nada in between. But they got the dub. C.J. Stroud threw another touchdown. He went for 249 yards. Play Tampa next week. Yeah, it's another dub. I mean, you guys don't play anybody. I mean, it's going to be a good offense. And I don't know. I don't trust Baker for shit. I just don't. I really don't. Are you in Tampa? Are you in? I feel like y'all been in Detroit the last couple weeks. So you're probably in Tampa next week. Dameon Pierce ripped off 66 yards on 20 carries, an average of 3.3. File it on. It gives a shit. Dalton Schultz caught a touchdown. What did the Falcons do? Now, I'll tell you what. Bijan had an awesome catch. Like, it was like a little shovel pitch pass to him. It's in Tampa. Yeah, I was about to say it has to be in Tampa, right? He caught it, almost went behind the back. It was almost like a damn fake, and he brought it back, and it was amazing. The guy's just fun to watch. He really is fun to watch. And then Desmond Ridder ran 1 in. The Falcons haven't been terrible this year. They're 3-2 right now. Houston Texans fall to 2-3. I'm all for it. I like when Atlanta's good. They're an exciting team to watch for the most part. Houston still sucks, even though I keep giving them credit. And I'm like, you know what? They're not bad. And we'll see how it goes. And, yeah, they lost again. Now, this game was a little bit closer than I thought. They just focused. They keep zooming in more and more on Dak. They can't get any fucking close. If they get any closer to Dak, you can start counting nose hairs and shit. Like his face, they had him zoomed in like this, and they just kept going. What the dude? I think it is like a little bit. Saints killed the Patriots. Oh, absolutely. It wasn't even fair. Yeah, it wasn't even fair. The Patriots are close to the worst team in the NFL right now. Because I'll tell you why they're close to the worst team in the NFL. Because they have no hope in front of them. The other terrible teams in front of them have either a young quarterback that's going through the progression, or they have another quarterback that just happened to get hurt. Right? Like the other bad teams in the league, they have like Bryce Young. He's just fresh. He's young. You got to give him time to develop. But no, they just throw him straight to the wolves, and yeah, all hell breaks loose. San Francisco's really good at playing football. Anyways, the Giants go down to Miami, get their ass kicked, 16-31. I really thought Dolphins were going to hang like 70 on them. I was like, they can do it. Why can't they do it? Why won't they do it? I mean, they just lost, so they're going to be like, F it. We're going to curb stomp these effers. Anyways, Giants didn't score till the second quarter. Miami put up 7 in the first, 10 in the second, 14 in the third, and then they fucking kneeled down the whole fourth. Daniel Jones, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Tyrod Taylor came in the game to finish up, clean up duty. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Dolphins, if you watch this game, you know how effing fast they are. They are so incredibly fast. Tua threw 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. One of them was a pick six. I think it was 102 yards, if I'm not mistaken. Like, it was bonkers. They were about to score. Pick. Homeboy ran it all the way back. All the way. Pinnock. I think his name might have been Pinnock. Pinnock. They are so damn fast. A-Chain scored another touchdown rushing. Mostert scored another touchdown rushing. At this point, obviously, Devon A-Chain is the guy. 11 carries with 151 yards. And I think they clocked Tyreek Hill at, like, breaking a record. I think he hit, like, 23 miles an hour running on a touchdown. He went 8 for 181 and a touchdown. Waddle, he caught 5 for 35, and he got in the end zone as well. So that was a fun game to watch. It's always fun to watch Miami, to be honest. It really is. It's fun to watch Miami play football. They're really good at playing it, and so it helps. Next up, the struggling, someone else is hurt for the Cowboys. Get your starters out of there, man. Like, why are your starters in the game? The Bengals went down to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. The 2-3 Bengals, well, they're 2-3 now. They beat the Cardinals, giving them their 4th loss of the year. Bengals came out looking good. It was the Jamar Chase show, to be honest. Bengals scored 10 in the first, 7 in the second, 7 in the third, and then 10 in the fourth. Cardinals put up 14 in the second. Made it interesting. 6 in the third, and then nothing else after that. Burrow threw 3 touchdowns for 317 yards and 1 pick. Now, like I said, it was Jamar Chase Day. 15 receptions, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then Jermaine Pratt, he got an interception. I don't know who else got the other touchdown. Where the hell did it go? Whatever. Close enough, right? They looked better. They looked crisper, but they got a long way to go. They do. I mean, you beat the Arizona Cardinals. Let's be honest. Let me break this down to you. The Arizona Cardinals have only won 1 game. And do you know who that team was that they beat? The Dallas Cowboys. Exactly. So they still ain't beat nobody. Wilson looked injured. Oh, the guy they're peeling off the field? Yeah, no, he got his leg rolled up on. Yeah, right there. That ankle twists. Yeah. No, I can't watch that. I have to look away. Oof. Moving on. Eagles moved to 5-0. They went to L.A. to take on the Rams. The Rams fall to 2-3. Jalen Hurts threw a touchdown and 303 yards, 1 interception. Jalen Hurts also ran. He ran his touchdown in. Threw 1 to Dallas Goedert. Goedert put up 8 receptions.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this football season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of statistics, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
On 117 yards. A.J. Brown, though, that man is a bad man. He can run through, I don't know how many defensive backs you can put on him. He's going to keep plowing. 6 receptions, 127 yards. Didn't get the end zone this week, but, I mean, they still made it. What are you going to do? I mean, Philly's good. The Rams don't look as terrible as I thought they were going to be, but, it's Philly. It's between Philly and San Francisco. I'd like to see them in the NFC Championship just to have things absolutely play out the way it should be. The 2 best teams in the conference play each other, not some wild-ass one-off week where, 3 effing quarterbacks for one freaking team gets hurt and then some other slapdick fucking team moves on. Excuse my language. Happy Sunday to you. Quick little sip. Moving on. The Jets, boy, the New Jersey Jets. I say Jersey because they play in Jersey. Went to Denver to take on the Broncos and just gave it to them. Gave them, it was unbelievable. The Jets, 5 in the first, 3 in the second, 10 in the third, 13 in the fourth. Broncos put up 7 in the first, 6 in the second, blanked in the third, 8 in the fourth. It just, the Jets, you can tell they're not a terrible, terrible team. They have a really good defense. Zach Wilson is kind of starting to figure some things out. The Denver Broncos are a dumpster fire, and it's not going well. It's not going well. Let's see, what do we got here? Hey, man, right now I'm winning 97-85. I got Davante Adams yet to play, but my opponent's missing Aaron Jones to play. Do you think it's a wrap, or do you have a chance to win? I mean, if you have Davante and you're going against Aaron Jones and you have a 12-point lead, you're good. 1-3, need this win so bad. I'm telling you, every week you need that win so bad, especially 1-3. You're like on the cusp. It's like if you don't win this week and then next week, you're like, do I have a fire sale? Do I get rid of everything? But yeah, if I have to make a pick, and let's just be honest, Jimmy G is back. And who does he like to throw to? Davante Adams. So, especially if you're in a PPR league. I didn't even ask that, but let's just be honest. If you got Davante Adams, I expect Davante Adams to outscore Aaron Jones, and you have that 12-point cushion. I'm pulling for you. All right? Good luck. But I love Davante Adams. But yeah, end of the story, Broncos suck. They're just terrible. Like, I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's is it really Russell Wilson? I don't know, man. He was like awesome. And I mean awesome in Seattle. Let me tell you something else. McLaughlin, I benched McLaughlin in 2 of my leagues, and hell broke loose. Dude put up crazy points this week. He didn't rush for a whole lot. He put up 68 yards, but he did catch 3 receptions for 21, and he hauled in a touchdown. I think he put up like 20-something points in most leagues. I have Taylor and Kamara, so I've started slow, but now it's my time to shine. I'm telling you. Kamara's been looking good, to be honest. And he's back. He's fresh. And especially with Derek Carr in the lineup, yeah, he's good to go. Taylor, it's going to be another week or so. Just hang in there. You'll be all right. You'll be fine. Taylor's going to, I think, probably win the tournament for you, or the championship. But just won $60 for my second time now. I only bet 10, but I feel like I won some money. $50 is winning money. Most of my bets and things like that, I put in like $5-10 on I go all up to like 25 or 50 if I'm feeling super froggy or feeling super good. But But yeah, no, good. I've been stacking the 25-cent tournaments on DFS with the top 5 winning 20, and the entries are only 35 people, so your chances are high. If you hit it, it's like a few of them, which they have a ton. Nice. DFS, which one are you on, Philly Mike? You on DraftKings or what the hell's the other ones? I only play DraftKings. I'm down here in Texas, so they limit what we can do. Russ was okay. Kind of shaky, though. He rushed for 49 and passed for 196 and 2 Ds. Yeah, but they lost. They lost to the Jets. Now, DFS-wise and fantasy-wise, I have Russ on one of my teams. I just wish he'd just do something else. Just keep DraftKings. I need to check that out. Yeah, I like that. So 25-cent tournaments on DFS. Okay, I got to find those. I poke around as much as I can. My last couple weeks have been really busy around the house. So, awesome. Yeah, Cowboys are just around the clock. Man, they suck. But I've said this like the last 3 years. I had high hopes for Russ this year, last year, the year before that, and he's just fallen off. I don't know what the deal is. I think he's distracted. I think he's just got other things going on in his life, and he's just like, you know what? I'm getting paid. Who cares? Moving on to the controversial. I say controversial because every Chiefs game is controversial. The Kansas City Chiefs went to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Well, they brought the refs with them. 27-20. If you watch this game, you obviously know what I'm talking about. It was, and it's like every single game. Like, there's got to be an inquiry at some point, right, where the NFL checks out the quality of work of some of these referees, finds out if there's any corresponding. It does tarnish the NFL. You know what I mean? Which is already kind of tarnished to begin with. Minnesota Vikings, like I said, they dropped 20 they put 20 up. They were close. You know, it was a pretty good game to watch. Chiefs put up 7 in the first, 6 in the second, 14 to the third, 0 in the fourth. It was Minnesota Vikings to win. Flags, pushing, shoving. Why are you getting in a fight with? Why are half these people in the game? Like, seriously. Vikings put up 3 in the first, 10 in the second, 0. They got blanked in the third, 7 in the fourth. Also use DFS ownership on Google and the first link and build lineups around the high ownership guys, and a hit every week. That's awesome. Nice. It really does sound like a good thing to do. Like, you do those top 5 winning tournaments. It's interesting, to say the least. But yeah, Mahomes tossed 2 touchdowns. Pacheco rushed for a touchdown. Those 2 touchdowns that I talked about, he tossed Kelsey and Rashee Rice. I take some notes away from this. Travis Kelsey looks a little banged up. I think he's got a Thursday night game this week, so he might not play because it looked like he rolled his ankle. Rolled, twisted, sprained, whatever you want to call it. That's a fast turnaround. He might not be there. Maybe old Taylor Swift can give him a little rub down, make him feel a little bit better. But I'm not saying that the Vikings were robbed at this game. They could have went out there and got it. I'm just saying that there's a lot of questionable calls that happen a lot. There's questionable calls when Kansas City has the ball, and then there's some not questionable calls, which I guess would be still questionable calls when Kansas City don't have the ball. Yeah, it's a weird game. Vikings got robbed, and JJ got injured. Everything that could have gone wrong went bad. I got Kelsey, though, so I'm not complaining. I hope he hangs in there. I love Kelsey, to be honest. I'm getting kind of worn out with him in like every other commercial. But other than that, yeah, he's really good at playing football. He's a damn just target. Gotcha, my guy. I appreciate that. Fly Eagles fly. How about that? Man, what a day of football. Like, this is the first weekend in probably like 3 weeks I was able to sit down, watch the Red Zone, have a couple drinks. I'm bouncing around the house, having some fun. They're finally Cooper Rush taking a knee there. It's over. San Francisco 42-10. We're going to talk about that game up next. Next? Maybe 2 more games. Yeah. Next. So, yeah, cheers. But yeah, another week where the Chiefs somehow get a win. I mean, it's questionable. It's all questionable. And then here we go. The Dallas Cowboys go out to Santa Clara, take on the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know really what most people were expecting, to be honest with you. You know, I live in Dallas. A lot of Cowboy fans. I know realistic Cowboy fans. My boy Melton here. You know, we were sitting out back the other night. having a little smoke, little bourbon, having a little chat, and he kind of, he doesn't mesh well with other Cowboy fans, even though he's a diehard Cowboy fan, but he's a realistic one. And he said Dak's the problem. Now they have, the defense kind of figured out and everything like that. Now the defense looks really good against bad teams. I'll say that. But it's like when you can put up 10 points, you're not great. You're not great. Like, I even got the alert that came across. I wish I kept it. Let me see if I can still get it. I just want to read this stupid alert to you. Where the hell is it? Sunday. This is from Yahoo. Cowboys 49ers preview, popcorn. Sunday night's clash features two great teams and plenty of fantasy stars. Who should we expect? The funny thing is they said two great teams. The Cowboys are not great. By any stretch of the imagination, they are not great. 49ers are the first team they played. Like, real effing team that has a chance to do something in the season. Okay? They play the Giants. The Giants are terrible. The Jets are terrible. Well, they won today. Hey, guess what? The Jets have won 2 games this season. Great. I don't know. And then they beat the Patriots. The Patriots have won 1 game. They are terrible. And then they got beat by the damn Cardinals. The Cardinals are not good. Like, they just came out and just kicked them in the teeth. They curb stomped their ass. And then guess what happened when they played the absolute? I don't want to say 1A and 1B because I think that the Niners are number 1 in the NFC. I think Philly is second. But like I said earlier, I want to see those two teams play in the NFC Championship. Absolutely. No question in my mind. That's who I want to see because they are the 2 best teams in this conference. There's no one else. People start dropping. They're like, oh, the Giant or the Lions. I go, the Lions. Listen, there's S level. There's A teams. There's tier A. Lions are B team. They are not on the same level as the Eagles or the Niners. Beat somebody that's good with conviction, and we'll talk. I have not been impressed. Listen. And whenever you say that, these Lions fans come out of the woodwork and tell you, oh, no, we beat the Chiefs week 1 without Chris Jones, and Kadarius Toney slapped every fucking ball to the ground except for a couple where he slapped up into the air, and y'all picked that shit off. The Chiefs had 1,000,000 times to win that game, and that was the weirdest thing about it, too. They wouldn't call false starts on the Chiefs all night long. So the refs are already kind of padding it. But Kadarius Toney goes out of his way just to fuck over the Chiefs. Like, it's bonkers. Go back and watch that game. Go back and watch it because it's crazy. It is crazy. So that's the team they beat. And then, of course, like, you look at the game, it's like, no, dude, you don't count this as any type of game. It doesn't. This is a terrible team. But anyways, the Lions are B plus, but they're just not an A squad. You know what I mean? They're not S tier either. So let me see what we got here. Kelsey's a great human and a football player, but I'm growing tired of the Taylor Swift. Let me tell you something. I've muted almost every single thing that's Taylor Swift related on Twitter and anything else. And anytime that shit pops up, listen, I don't follow like that kind of shit like on any level, on any platform. And so when they start forcing it on, I'm like, dude, no, X or not interested. I'm just like, no, we got to weed this shit out. Like, get rid of it. I am so tired of it as well. I'm right there with you. Dak's definitely the problem. That TD pass was nice. So that raindrop to Turpin is pretty damn good. He can make one of those passes a game. The problem is he can't make another pass that matters in that game. 1 touchdown pass. That's it. That's what he had against the Niners. Yeah. 1 TD, 121 yards, 12 for 18. Pollard ran for 12 yards. You know what? I think this might be delayed. Let me go ahead and refresh. There we go. Because I want to catch this point because I know it was there. Dak threw for 153 yards, 14 for 24, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions. Yeah. Pollard ran for 29 yards, Dowdle 15, Deuce Vaughn 7. They got they got too many people rushing the ball. CeeDee Lamb 4 for 49. No touchdowns. Turpin did catch that ball. It was his only catch of the night for 26 yards. It was a beauty. Raindrop. Oh, that was pretty nice. I really did. Let's see. Hey, man, was wondering if you'd trade away Pacheco for Pollard. Pollard has had back-to-back bad games, and the seller wants to get rid of him. You have to look at the rest of the schedule. Now, I'm not a fan of Pacheco just because of the simple fact that, they flip over to McKinnon like that. I mean, it's bonkers. I would look at the games. He's had back-to-back bad games against I'm pulling up the Cowboys schedule real quick. That's the reason I'm doing. That's what I'm delaying for. They had a bad game against the Patriots, a little rush. They got a good rush, right? The Patriots, they got a good rush defense. I'm looking at his numbers. 11 carries for 47 yards. 4.3% carry. He just didn't get in the end zone, right? And it was a blowout, so you can expect that to kind of happen. Now, upcoming games, you're looking at the Chargers. Chargers going to hang a lot of points on the Cowboys. And then the Rams are looking good as well. Eagles, Giants, Panthers. I could see him getting some usage out of, yeah, I can see some usage out of Pollard in those games. For Pacheco, though, I don't know. He's like competing with two other running backs, right? But that Pollard is the lead back in Dallas. They just get in situations where you have to worry about Coach McCarthy and who he's going to put in. And both situations kind of suck, but if I had to lean towards somebody, it'd probably be Pollard, to be honest. It probably would be Pollard. So I think I'd go for him. Depending on my other running backs and my flex and my bench and things like that, at this point, I'm not starting Pollard. It depends on who else I have out there. And there is a play, you can see the replay, where Pollard goes down. There's 4 Niners falling on him. You might want to check the injury report and see about, I think it might have been his ankle. Look, went kind of high, though. Went kind of high. In a hypothetical match between the Eagles and Niners, my money is with San Francisco. Absolutely. No question at all. As long as Brock Purdy's healthy, I see the Niners going to the Super Bowl, and to be honest, you're throwing out bad and paid-off referees and the NFL and all that kind of stuff. The Niners can win the Super Bowl. They're the most well-rounded team right now in NFL, I think. They have crazy, talented offensive weapons. They have a wonderful defense. I don't know who's going to beat the Niners. I don't know, to be honest. But, yeah, I face CD and Ayuk, so I'm real happy. You telling me. You're lucky you didn't run into DJ Moore or Jamar Chase this week, I'll tell you. Oh, my opponent also benched DJ Moore. I did. I will say this. I had DJ in two of my leagues, picked up Justin Fields because Justin Herbert was on a bye week, and then I forgot to go because I have an ESPN league with my cousin. I didn't shift over and put in DJ Moore because I didn't think Amon-Ra St. Brown was going to play this week, right? So I already moved Amon-Ra out of my lineups in other leagues, but I didn't make it over to my ESPN league and swap him out. And so, yeah, I left like 67 points on the bench there, but I got him in other leagues. So pretty happy. Really happy with this week. Started Taylor at my flex because I had Amari on a bye and still won. Yeah, that's not – to have Taylor in a flex situation is almost a dream situation, to be honest with you. And, yeah, Taylor's just going to get more carries and more carries. I think by the end of the season, though, as good as Moss is, you're looking at a split. But I think Taylor could make a difference. He could win you a league. He really can. All right. After that terrible performance from the Cowboys, let's look ahead. You have the Green Bay Packers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Packers are 2-2 going to Vegas. Raiders are 1-3. I think the spread, if I'm not mistaken, is 3 points. I'm going to double check that real quick just because I'm here. I should go to MGM or Westgate or something like that, but we're going to Bovada just because I had that pulled up. Raiders 1.5 points favorites. Money lines at negative 125. This game with Jimmy G back, I think it's going to be a good Monday night game, to be honest. I think it's going to be a good Monday night game. Give me the Raiders, I think. I think the Raiders. But if I was betting, I'd stay away. I just couldn't do it. Yeah, my other RBs are Kamara, Saquon, and Hall. Breece Hall had a hell of a week. I think he scored, in PPR formats, over 30 points. Yeah, he had a really good week. I want to trade one of them, get another receiver to pair up with Devontae Adams and Amari. Yep. If I had to get rid of one, Saquon's always hurt. He's been hurt the last several weeks, and he's on a bad offense. He'd be the one I'd get rid of, but he'd almost have to have a good week before you can push him up to get a really good wide receiver 2. You're not going to get a wide receiver 1 for Saquon right now. Yeah, not with how the Giants' offenses have gone, and then Breida's just. I mean, Breida's not Saquon. I got it. I got it, but it gives you a little information as to how they're going to use Saquon and whatnot. I mean, hell, last week Breida led the team in receptions, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I want him to start heating up. Absolutely. Was versing McCaffrey this week, dodged a major bullet. He could have went crazy, and then he fumbled on like the 2-yard line. Yeah, McCaffrey scored. He'll get you. He always gets like a touchdown every single week. But with that, well, that's tough. Yeah, lucky you. Lucky you didn't go up against Breece Hall, Jamar Chase, or DJ Moore. Woo. So if we do go live tomorrow night for the Monday night, a couple beers and chat and stuff like that, we'll talk about the Monday night game. Might even just go live and then call the last couple quarters, last half of the game. But that's it for week 5. What a wild week. I still think I'm not blaming any games really on the refs other than the Chiefs game, obviously. But the Minnesota Vikings should have won. They should have went out there. It was theirs for the taking. You can't let a bad referee call ruin your day, ruin your game. It's happened before, but it is what it is. Just another wild week. And every week when you're picking out, like, hey, who's going to be good? And I'll tell you this, a healthy Joe Burrow means that Jamar Chase is going to effing slay. Oh, here, what do we got here? We got a proposal. We got a 49er fan proposing to a Cowboy fan. Oh, don't wipe your eyes too hard. You're going to pull those big-ass caterpillar eyelashes off. I don't know if I could marry a Cowboys fan. He could have had at least 14. Oh, absolutely. Every single week he could have 14 touchdowns. Easy. And he could have done it again tonight. Like, they just decided, like, you know what? It was Kittle's night. I think Kittle had 3 touchdowns, if not 4. Was thinking about packaging together Saquon and Godwin and try to get Amon-Ra. Hopefully he can get healthy. I think that's a pretty good deal. I think the person that, if he needs like a little depth and like solid players, I think he could probably go for that. Especially, he has not performed up to his draft capital at this point, so he might be willing to move Amon-Ra. Absolutely. Is it true that Ra's out for 4 weeks? Some guy on X said that. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea how many weeks he's out. It's an abdomen injury, so it's just like, how long is he going to be out? I'll tell you what, though, if it comes out that, you'll be able to get him for, I think, a little bit cheaper than Saquon and Godwin, to be honest with you. Yeah, absolutely. No doubt. I'm going to go finish off my Sunday, hang out just a little bit longer. We're on a holiday weekend here. Like I said, another beautiful Sunday of football. I finally was able to sit down, relax, watch the Red Zone all freaking day. And then the Rangers won. Let's go Rangers. They beat the piss out of the Baltimore Orioles. Again, they're up 2-0. Hey, you can't beat Sundays like this. You guys have a great evening. I'll see y'all next time. I'm RD. I'm out of here. Yeah, random guy said Dan Campbell, 4 to 6 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks. Ooh, yikes. Good luck out there. Thanks for listening to Strikeout Beer Podcast.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.